G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to this FIFA 23 Arsenal Career Mode series. This episode 36. Make sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed as we hop into this episode. Currently top of the league, only by 1 point over Wolverhampton. Surprisingly, they're in second place. Our first game of this episode is going to be up against our main rivals of this whole series really, which is Liverpool, where we won the Premier League our first season on the final day and we lost it to Liverpool in the second season on the final day, I believe, if I remember that correctly. So yeah, this is a big game early on in the season. Want to create a bit more space, and you see there they actually have Sadio Mane back at Liverpool playing the centre forward position. So they've brought back an old favourite, and in my opinion, he really was Liverpool's best player, especially at the time he decided to move on. I was a bit surprised. I thought he had a good thing there, but I guess he either got out at the right time because Liverpool then had a down season, or he was just more important to the team than a lot of people realised. But you see there, Odegaard went for the spectacular earlier on, didn't come off. But this guy here, Jude Bellingham, who I think might be the Premier League top scorer at this stage, from midfield, scores another one, just runs past his opponents with ease. And Bellingham getting forward. But we lose the ball there to Mane, but Ramsdale with a big save. I would have been fuming if that went in because it was a bit of one of those jammy FIFA goals. But they get to Salah here, and Salah shoots, but Ramsdale with another big save. It's in the air. And Ben White wins the header, and we managed to clear it for now. And that was early on in the second half. As we fast forward now, I've just decided to make some subs just before the corner. You see we brought off Bellingham and Jesus, really our star players, just to get some fresh legs on. And somehow we score there off a header by Milinkovic-Savic. I think it goes down as an own goal by Trent. But we got really lucky there. And now in stoppage time, you see we have the counter-attack. Liverpool's opened up. Declan Rice makes the big run from defensive midfield and he beats Alisson to make it 3-0 to add the cherry on top. As we get all 3 points from this one with a 3-0 game. A huge result, and that can give us a bit of breathing room on top of the table. You see, there was actually a very even game, but I think from the highlights you could see that Ramsdale came up huge as well. As we're getting into the Carabao Cup now, we have a home game up against Preston. Using most of my all of my second team should still be easily good enough to get the job done, but you never know in these things, as every game is different. And coming off a big win and now playing a team like Preston that can catch you off guard because you think you're just going to walk in and win. But we're in round 4 and hopefully we'll be advancing soon. There's Preston on the attack first. You see there, Kotchap gives it away in a dangerous area and it costs us dearly as the Preston man makes it 1-0. Our goalie there, not playing Ramsdale when we probably should, but decided to give our backup a go. He's rated very highly. And what a goal that was from Milinkovic-Savic early on in the second half to tie it up. And it's still anyone's game. But now a great ball there. Preston have a one-on-one and they beat the keeper again. What a pass that was. They timed it to perfection. I was hoping it was offside, but it wasn't. And they take a 1-goal advantage again. And they're looking to double it here. Another good pass. He's onside and they beat the keeper again. I'm not sure if my keeper made a save in this game, honestly. He's let 3 goals in. I can't really blame it all on the goalie, though, because defence has been shocking as well. But you see, it ricochets, it falls to Jesus, who we brought on in the second half to try to get us back into this game, and he has, by halving the deficit. But that's all there was. You see there, we dominated, according to the stats, 15 shots to 4. But of those 4 shots, they scored 3 goals. As we go crashing out of the cup early on here. Very disappointing. The only good thing is it was the cup that I was probably least interested in winning. So it's the only silver lining, but the fans will not be happy with that result whatsoever, and I don't blame them, especially considering they're not even in the Premier League and we're at home. Just a very horrific result there. So we really have to look to respond here, and that just shows the quality I believe our first team has still over our second team, even though our second team is still very good. Just the first team, just a lot easier to play with. Who would have thought high-rated players better? But anyway, we face Everton here, and basically just about from kickoff, we get it to Bellingham again, and he takes a long-distance shot, one of those outside of the foot, long shots, and it just drifts into the top corner beautifully. And now Saka finds Jesus, and Jesus scores. I don't know who's in goal. I don't think it's Pickford anymore, though. But he makes it 2-0 in under 10 minutes as we fast forward ahead here now into the second half. Everton have a big chance here, but Ramsdale with a big save, and we put it out for a corner. Ramsdale's been absolutely brilliant this episode. We get to Ødegaard, and Ødegaard makes it 3-0 now and basically wrapped up the game. The captain with a beautiful finish there. And so it's good to get back to winning ways now. As it's going to be Jesus. Waits for the run of Jude Bellingham again, and Bellingham scores another. This dude is on another level. He must be from a different planet. This dude is absolutely insane. I'm happy I gave him the number 14 because he is certainly living up to it, especially goal scoring wise. I was not expecting a midfielder to be leading our team in goals, that's for sure. As we have a Champions League game next up now, the main competition we're after. Still in the group stage, we have a game against Sevilla. Hopefully can get the job done. They have a few players who I do recognise with the likes of Firmino and Delaney and a couple others I believe as well. But this is the team I'm going to be rocking with. Basically the first team, I just decided to bring in Trossard for Smith Rowe. I feel like Trossard's been the better of the two lately. But Smith Rowe will probably have an opportunity as well, as he'll come off the bench most likely. But here we are up against Sevilla at another home game. Should get the job done. And let me know if you guys want to see me sign any players in the upcoming transfer window soon once we get there. We get off to a good start here. Jesus shoots, but it actually hits the post and we do not score, but we get it to Saka, and Saka won't make the same mistake. Thought he was offside there, but Trossard timed the pass perfectly, and Saka curls that one around the keeper to make it 1-0. As we advance to the second half, they get it. They steal the ball off us in a dangerous area, but Ramsdale wins that matchup once again. Saka gets it here now. We're on the counter-attack. Sees Jesus over the top, plays it to him, and he's got a paddock in front of him. He has all the time in the world. 1v1, and Jesus ain't going to mess that up. Makes it 2-0, and basically seals the game for us there. But there is still a little bit of time left as we look to get another one here. Jesus has acres of space again as we catch him on the counter yet again, and Jesus adds to his goal-scoring tally. And he's very happy with himself. Good to see him getting back in a goal-scoring form. It's just weird to have Jude Bellingham leading the team in goals this season. Absolute madman from the midfield, getting forward all the time. Back into the Premier League, have Southampton, who unfortunately in real life have been relegated. Not sure if they're going to lose a few of their players. I'm not sure if they have any players that are worth getting, to be honest. I mean, I think Ward-Prowse has been linked to a few teams, but he is the Southampton captain, and I don't see him going anywhere, but I could see them definitely getting promoted back to the Premier League straight away next season. We are playing on their home ground here, so we have to come out with a good performance. Don't want to let the crowd get into it. And they get off to a good start here, but Tierney with a crucial block. And of course Ramsdale as well with a good save there. Ramsdale, probably been player of the episode, I must say. I guess it would probably be between Bellingham, Jesus and Ramsdale, but Ramsdale has been on a different level. And Smith Rowe with the acrobatic bicycle kick there. I didn't think he connected with it perfectly, but it was still good enough and placed perfectly to get us the lead there. And what a good goal that was. And that'll do wonders for his confidence and make me think of putting him in the starting lineup more often. As Ramsdale again with a big save right on half-time to deny them the equaliser and a huge momentum swing going into the half-time break. But late on now, they have another chance here to equalise. We come out with the ball there through Declan Rice, and just like that, we're on the counter now. Saka with the pace sees Calvert-Lewin, who's been brought on, and Calvert-Lewin, a 1v1, scores and seals the deal, makes it 2-0. Another 3 points to our tally, and we're really making some space now on the Premier League table. Not slipping up anywhere. The only slip up was the Carabao Cup, unfortunately. But as long as we win a couple other trophies, I will be more than satisfied. As next match will be against Bournemouth. But you see there, 6 points is the difference now. Trying to make some space. Don't want to let Man City back into the race at all. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.